What's my high quality studio here? My iPad resting on a keyboard so that it doesn't fall down, so that I can actually lie down in bed while I'm talking to you. That studio, that high class studio.
It's all good, man.
And yes, I have clothes on.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody's thinking. It's a family show, guys. Okay, it's a family show.
Oh, man. Welcome to This Commerce Life. This is a podcast aimed at small, medium entrepreneurs focused on commerce. I'm Phil, your host, and Kenny, your co-host, will join us as well. And we're going to talk to you about the world of retail and commerce and how things are changing in the world.
I'm doing a post because I've got influencers.
Yeah, baby, look at you.
Oh, fire, man.
Look at you. I freaking love it.
Not bad, eh? So I got home late, so I'm thinking, you know what? Piss on it. I'm going to do this when we're talking to Phil because you know what? I got to get this done, baby, because I got influencers.
Kenny's got influencers.
Not bad, eh? Come on. It's pretty cool.
I know. Are you kidding? I freaking love it. I'm ecstatic.
I'm stoked on this too, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. And your influencers are doing good things.
I think so. You know, I mean
there's lots of likes and follows, right? I've been kind of watching them do stuff, and
I think we're getting some movement, and people are talking about it, and relikes and shares.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, again, you know, it's totally a different market than what I'm used to.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, right? Like, we used to have fans kind of old school, right? Now influencers are fans just new school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, you've seen the videos though.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in trail. Okay, I grew up in the Kootenays. I understand dope. I never seen people smoke so much dope in my life. Everybody's smoking dope.
Oh my gosh.
And lots of it.
There's so I don't know how this is, like, I mean, they're figuring all this stuff out, right? So for listeners, like, Canada's legalized dope, right? Marijuana. But they've really just dealt with the smoking portion, right? Like the leaf and the smoking portion. But they haven't touched, I feel like the bigger parts to come are going to be like the oils, the edibles, the byproducts, the
CBD, buddy.
Yeah,
CBD.
like all of the like it's a huge market, and I think like they haven't even started to really wrap their heads around it, right? Like I think that part of Health Canada, worries me, right?
They've got this part figured out, buddy. They don't have this figured out.
No, they don't. But
I mean, they haven't. I mean, every province is going to have their own thing.
Yeah.
The price setting. I mean, the price setting could lead to more underground because they're priced high.
Yeah. Right.
Now, I mean, again, you could also attract a lot more people, maybe our folks' age, that because let's say their knees are sore, but they were too scared to go. They didn't ask their kids to go buy dope from the push.
Yeah.
But they might be thinking, okay, well, if the government regulates it, what do they care? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, honestly, the recreational side, I couldn't give two shits about. That's not where the money is.
No.
The money's going to be in topical pain relief,
like
you said, oils, edibles. I mean, people with oncology who we got to give appetite to. Like, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with being able to go outside and smoke dope. Like, who cares?
Yeah, this is like
they're doing it now anyway.
There's no Cheech and Chong in this, right? Like that's not what we're worried about. Like it's all the other stuff, right? Like. Yeah, that's where this whole thing's going to be. So it's
But that's going to take some time, right? Because I don't think they're sorry, I don't have my camera on. I don't think they're ready.
No.
I know
not
they're
even
not
close.
Ready. They don't know.
Not
they
even
really
close.
don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Just so you know, next week, well, I'm not here next week. We'll have to figure out what time next week to do this.
Okay.
But I bought a mic.
Oh, did you?
I went to Apple Store today.
Yeah.
And I hook it up to my iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not going to look fancy dancy as you, but I got a mic coming.
All right.
Then I'll work it maybe in the headphones, or maybe I'll put my earbuds.
No, you don't need headphones, man.
Well, I might put them in because I'll look cooler than you. Come on.
That's awesome.
I got the
awesome.
earbuds, things or pods, whatever the hell their thing's called.
Yeah,
I got my nice little microphone.
Yeah.
I look.
I like
maybe
it.
Maybe we go video.
I like it. Oh man.
Banner week, man. Banner week. Influencers and mics. Come on.
Influencers and mics. That's the headline right there. Influencers and mics.
There you go.
You got it, baby. You got it. I
I'm
love it.
I'm on point.
I love it. I love
Or
it.
something.
Man, what else is going on? So microphones, influencers. What else you got going on?
Just honestly, the influencers have taken up almost all my freaking time.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I got another project. Oh my god, I hate it. Oh my, I hate it so much.
Oh no.
And I can say this because even if he's listening, he knows. He knows I hate it. So because every night this week, Amelia goes, "You're not." I said, "I hate this."
What are you doing?
He wants me to develop. Oh my god, he wants me to help develop a policy manual.
Okay.
For the warehouse, like for the office staff, sales guys, etc. I hate human resources. Not that I don't like human resource people. I like human resources.
No, they're great people.
I hate it.
So wait. So like, what kinds of policies? Like,
just there's no policy manual. So in today's world,
so like health and safety stuff, like all that kind of stuff.
Health and safety, vacation,
Yeah.
maybe So if someone new came in, remember, because we're small right now, but as we grow,
Yeah.
and this is what I put. So I said, as you grow, if you cannot scale a business running willy-nilly, it doesn't work. You got to have some structure.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to be boxed in tight.
No.
Like, especially the sales guys, I get them, let them run amok.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But you got to rein people in, and people got to know what their jobs are. So job descriptions, privacy, confidentiality.
Yeah.
Social media policies, not just can I use Facebook at work, but how do you post? When do you post? When do you post as you? When do you post as work? When should you have an opinion and really not care and keep it to yourself? Like like during work hours, screaming at Trudeau or Trump is during work hours. That's probably not the best time to do it. You want to do it at home on your own.
Yeah, knock yourself
light her up.
Yeah,
but you shouldn't really be doing shit like that at work, right? So all that kind of stuff. And then it's hiring and termination and how do you go about it. I guess if someone new comes in, they can pick up the manual and say, okay, I understand what these people are about. Yeah. But honestly, every minute of it I hate.
So in the spirit of offloading, I know a girl. I know a girl. Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I could probably get someone too, but it's going to be one of those ones that
you just got to do it.
It's got to just shut up.
Ugh.
But
ugh.
Well, you know what it's like, especially if you don't know anything. What do you do?
Yeah.
So now I'm Googling and I'm going to here and I'm going to there. Then you pick up, so best place to go, I think, for privacy or confidentiality or harassment policies is probably universities because they have enough of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's been how many issues with harassment. So you kind of go, but then you're looking going, holy Christ, man, I think this would scare the shit out of me if I read this.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty, some of them are pretty restrictive.
But maybe you have to be, right?
Yeah, I think you do.
Maybe. I mean, we're both smart enough to know that definitely things have to change.
Yeah. You have to.
When it's written down like that, like you're just kind of thinking, like, first off, why are we writing this down? I mean, it seems pretty,
Yeah, weren't we smart enough? But
like, seriously, I mean.
Yeah. But it's funny, though, like, Hubba had this policy for a long time. We didn't really have policies, right? And what we had, though, was we had a policy that said, don't be a policy. So don't be the reason for a policy.
Too easy to say.
Yeah, it is. It is, right? And it's easy to do when you're small, right? Like when you're like
5 people, 6 people,
six people, you
Phil,
do kind of look at each other. Yeah.
Right? 50 people deep?
No.
I don't know if Phil's being a knob. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So and 50 people deep, we did. We had to, we brought in someone who wrote manuals for us and did all that stuff, right? Because we needed it. So, because you're a legit company at that point. So.
Right. And we're not 50 deep. And even I told my buddy today, I said, just read it. I said, because I've got to, I think there's like 11 chapters. I think I'm on chapter 3, just finishing. There's already 14 pages.
Whoa.
Right? But there's also org chart, which we've never had. Again, it's not, we're not talking, this isn't a company of 75 people. This is a company of like 12 people. But if we start scaling, it's going to go from 12 to 24 quickly. Yeah. And if you don't have some rules and everybody's got sort of a road to go down, you know what it's like.
Yep.
Everybody starts doing, I told one of the guys, I gave him the example because he thinks it's getting tight. And I said, the example I gave him is, You remember last week you did this out of the goodness of your heart, but so did 6 other people. So before you know, 7 people are doing the same damn job.
Yeah.
And I said, at the end of the day, the road to hell is paved with great intentions.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's out doing it to hurt anybody. Everybody wants to win, but
yeah,
you gotta reel it in, right?
Yeah.
Hard for small business, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Hard for small business because it's just not how any of them started.
Mm-mm.
Even mine. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm like, to structure me is not probably the easiest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always looking for a, side door, an open window. Probably not the best guy to write a human resource policy.
You know what? Like, if you use that analogy, I can't think of the number of times that I've just looked for like the dog door.
Exactly. In the window. They didn't close the kitchen window.
They didn't.
High enough where you can get in.
As long as I can wedge fingers in there, right? I'm good to go. So.
What I always thought, right? Well, and plus, every wall should have some bend in it. This is probably a really good episode for people. Just this is how you don't do shit. Go with a little more serious attitude.
God.
Anyway, I actually have been taking it very seriously, but it's just so much reading, and honestly, it's just stuff that I'm just not. It's like paint drying for me.
Yeah.
Right, and I'll do it, and hopefully it'll be a good job, and it's something that we can use to grow. But it's really one of those things that I'd rather do anything.
It's tough. Man.
And that's in the last couple of days. All good, man.
I love it. No, I mean, you know what? Like, but that's part of it, right? Like, you can't. Yeah. You do almost everything that you love to do, right? But you can't always. You can't.
Yeah.
Every day isn't going to be stuff you love all the time, right? So
no, and the things that sometimes you step back. You know what?
Yeah.
The person I'm doing it for is an awesome guy.
Yeah.
He's like a little brother. So really, who gives a shit? Shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Right. If it helps.
Yeah.
I could be doing worse things, I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah. You could be doing far worse things, or you could be doing nothing, which sometimes is worse too, right? So
I even think that would. You know what? I think that'd actually be worse.
Yeah.
Even doing this is not as bad as doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's not, and it probably really at the end of the day, on some stuff I've actually been kind of, I didn't realize that. That's interesting. And then there's always the other stuff you think, I just really don't give a shit about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been the first rule that I would have broken. Oh, there's a second rule I would have broken. Oh, that's a stupid rule. Why would put that in there?
Yeah, it does take funny roads. I'm getting gears, for last week's episode. Because a whole bunch of people listened to me say that I'm project managing right now. And a whole bunch of people came back to me and said, what are you doing? Like, who...
You have no ability to project manage.
Who would put you in charge of running a project? And I was like, listen, I'm doing it. And I'm keeping us on track. Like, I'm building tools. The team was away this week in Las Vegas at Super Zoo, and I'm building out the calendar. I'm putting together requirements for a couple of big days that we got coming up. Like, and Kathy was like, "Why does your face look like that?" And I was like you, right? Because I'm just like, I hate this shit, right? Like, this is not where I want to be, but this is what that company needs, right now, and so I'm doing it, And I was just like,
But it's not things that's just not in our wheelhouse, right?
No.
There's a reason I never went into human resources. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm glad someone else does it, and I was fortunate. We had a great HR department at LD, and helped a ton of people, and all good in the hood. But quite frankly, I don't know. I just couldn't care.
Yeah.
I'd rather do anything else. But again, you know what? You learn.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it stretches your brain. Yeah.
Oh, totally. If I have old HR people at London, or even old management at London ever listening to this, and I'm doing the HR policy, I'll bet you 50 to 1 there's phone calls to my buddy saying, "Are you sure you really want to do this?"
Those are going to be the same. You're going to have all the same people on you. Like, those are all the people calling me going,
exactly.
Seriously, Chang.
Seriously,
like,
you're going to do HR? Buddy, come on.
I know, right? Like, oh man.
Well, exactly. We're like the little kid. That little kid is just going to start to be an arsonist, and we give him the match in the gasoline tank. Say, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my God.
All
Yeah.
good, buddy. All
No,
good.
it's all good. It's all good.
All good.
It's all good. So on social media, we got a whole bunch of hits. People that got excited because we
Oh, why?
shared a whole bunch of, those 3 apps that I was talking about, the ones I was distracting you with.
Yeah, I guess because everybody would, you think everybody knows, but everybody knows the stuff's out there.
Yeah, so
there's stuff out there, but we don't know what's out there.
Yeah. And I thought it's funny, right? Because it is one of those things where I kind of like, I was never an app guy before, and then started picking them up, and then realized like there are a lot of people doing some really cool things that I can take advantage of that help me with the business, and so I started using them. And then we got such a cool response from last week that I thought I'd bring 3 more things.
Oh, geez, let me get my phone. Hang on. Let me sign on here.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay, so the first one is actually called TOGGL, and it's TOGGL, TOGGL, and it's really for if you're an entrepreneur, you may or may not want it if you are listening to us and you are it's TOGGL, TOGGL, and it's a time tracker. So TOGGL time tracker, and so it's like so it's like a consultant logbook.
Only got 2 stars though.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I've been using it probably for.
Yeah. One of my products, one of my Buds got a 1 star on Amazon from some numbnuts. So really. Can't trust these idiots.
You can't. You gotta just kind of go try it. But this one's pretty cool. Like this one allows you to flip on, when you're working on something with somebody, and then you can flip it off. I do a lot of projects where I do set rates. Where I'll kind of go like, hey, you know what, I'm don't worry about it. I'm gonna it'll take me 3 hours. I'm gonna get it done, and so I don't necessarily. But even then, it's good for benchmarking because if I'm working on something for I think is going to be 3 hours, I'll hit the button. It'll literally track my time until I hit the button and turn it off, and then it gives you a clear sense of because we talk a lot about value for time and. When to be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable to how much time you're taking. And TOGGL is a great way, because sometimes I write blogs and I go, it'll take me 40 minutes. And then when I use TOGGL, I literally it's like I did a time warp and it took me an hour and 40 minutes, but I actually think it took me, I actually think it took me 40 minutes, right? So, yeah, so TOGGL's my first one.
I worry, I guess, if I forget to turn it off.
Yep. Yeah,
I remember to turn it on.
Possible.
4 or 5 days later, I'd be thinking,
oh man, are you getting a big bill? Because I seem to be working on your stuff for 8 days now, right?
75 hours this week. I don't know how it happened. Didn't even feel like it. That's how much fun I was having.
Yeah. But yeah, so
give me another one.
TOGGL's a really good one. The other one I have is Canva. Canva, and you can do that either on your phone or on your desktop. And Canva is Canva.
Yeah.
And so Canva is it's all the things that as a layperson you would not be able to do. How do you ever do that? When you want to put together pictures and banners and things like that?
This one.
Yeah, this one's wicked good, and it's amazing. So this is for everyone who doesn't ever do Illustrator or Adobe anything. I'm an Adobe idiot, right? And so Canva is I can design my own Facebook stuff. I can design Instagram stuff. The desktop version is just as powerful as it's actually probably twice as powerful as the app, but it's fantastic.
Yeah. Just need the app.
Yeah.
So what do you use what do you use for your Photoshop, for lack of a better word, on your phone?
What do I use? I haven't found anything amazing yet.
Try Snap.
What's it called?
I've been using Snapseed. I've been using it for years.
Snapseed. Okay.
Right. Not complicated. Lots of cool filters.
Okay.
But super easy to use. I've been using it. Oh, I bet you. Oh shit, I don't even know how long.
Snapseed.
It was probably one of those apps that came out. I'm gonna lie, but it doesn't matter. 3-4 years ago, maybe longer. Okay. And because I take a lot of pictures, right?
Yeah.
And one of those ones where I was always trying to go in and find a cool app to use to help with fixing the photos, for lack of a better.
Right. Yeah.
And Snapseed was ranked super high back then. I don't know where it is anymore. But I loved it.
It's still really high, like 4.5 stars, I think.
Oh, okay. So, and this is like God. It's got to be at least 3-4 years old.
Okay. Oh, this is really cool.
So if you're looking for something because I think this will marry really well with the other one. You clean it up with Snapseed, and then you can go put your buttons or your wording. Because I always like, how hard it is. You got such a cool picture sometimes.
Yeah.
You're thinking, okay, and I don't know either because I'm not. I tried Illustrator once. I walked away.
Oh my God.
I mean, I used Photoshop when it was Photoshop 5. That shows you how long ago I Photoshop, right?
Yeah. We used to, and that's the thing, right? Is so like that's amazing because Snapseed will go right with Canva.
And Snapseed's still super high.
Yeah, and I really like So I'm a fan of so those are that's actually a really good. That's a solid list. That's TOGGL, Canva, and Snapseed.
Yeah, and honestly, the reason I shared Snapseed with you is because I think it's a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
For the other one.
Yeah. I like it.
Which downloaded too, so I'm going to put them together.
Yeah, and I think if you're a listener and you're listening to this, if you have apps that you use, definitely hit us up. Like Kenny and I.
Oh yeah.
Definitely love that stuff, but it's all about I think that your phone, which you carry with you every day, all the time, everywhere, could literally be, your kind of man off the bench, right? Is if you can use it right, and learn to do things right on them. Like today, I was writing a blog article. I had to take the subway downtown, but I, halfway through the subway ride, listening to a podcast, and it triggered something for a blog post I was writing. So I just got on my phone. I use Google Sheets or Google Docs, right? And just started jumped into my document and just started writing from my phone. Do you know?
People don't realize it's so easy today. Yeah. And you got so much shit just right at your fingertips, right?
Yeah, literally at your fingertips, right? So.
Well, and the thing is and the thing is, what I find, and I'm sure you're similar-ish, is that I really don't use. I'm on the laptop perpetually. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But as soon as I have to do something social media, and it's so stupid, I shut the laptop and I'll go right to the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm on the couch watching TV, so I'll do something. I can't do it on the laptop.
Yeah.
I right to the phone, right away to the phone. Because it's so easy on a phone just to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
And obviously not the same power. I'm assuming, mind you, for me, it's got more than enough power because I'm not smart enough to use half these apps anyway.
No, man. No. Yes, you are. And you're using them, right? Like Snapseed is not,
It's not easy. It's because it's easy. I like taking pictures. Look at my Instagram feed is.
Yeah.
Everything I take is, and that's, I probably have. I'm the one that goes to shows. Like I went to Barrett Jackson 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. 1,700 pictures of cars, and that was after the deletions and cleanups.
Yeah.
When I got home, I go, well, who takes 1,700 pictures they're going to keep? Yeah. What kind of degenerate does that? I do that every time I go. So I first time in Hong Kong, 2,600 pictures.
Oh my! But I love it. It's exactly why you have a phone. That's why you have a phone with a camera in it, right? Like.
Remember, I used to carry my last SLR I bought. Was my D300.
Right.
And I had 6 or 7 lenses. But I'm lugging around 25 pounds worth of equipment.
Yeah.
Now, even with the iPhone 10, and you got the portrait option, so it dicks around with shutter and aperture. It gives you that feel. Oh my God, it's just I love.
It's so easy.
Now I'm even going to Europe. We're going to Europe in a couple of weeks. I don't even know if I'm going to bring anything except the phone.
Yeah. I don't travel with anything now. I travel with a phone and that's it. So I every now and then I'll augment the phone. Like you can get those clip-on lenses, like wide lenses and stuff like that.
I got a Sony one. I had a nice little Sony. It was a Q10. or something. It's a really cool little lens.
Yeah.
It takes wicked, really nice pictures.
Yeah.
And again, with the phone, see, that gets the part that it's so easy. You shoot the picture, you go in the Snapseed,
Yeah.
you fix it up a little bit,
Yeah.
and you post
Yeah.
right away.
You're done.
And then even if you're a dummy and drop the phone in the drink, you still have pictures out there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, I love it. I do. I just love it.
That's
good. That's nice apps.
Yeah, and I have two things that are software things, or they're not apps, but they're things that you should use. So one is Google Alerts. It's like dead simple, and it's simple enough that on a laptop or on your phone, literally punch in Google Alerts, and then you can put in almost anything you want, and Google will literally troll the internet and bring those results to you like once a day if you want it, or once a week if you want it.
I think I used to use it at London.
Yeah. I use it all the time, like for all sorts of things, and like so.
Yeah, but the problem is, you're back to ADD. What am I gonna? You know how many alerts I'm gonna have?
Well, no, so you can schedule them. Like I schedule them for like first thing in the morning, right? So I get them at like 9 a.m. Right? So mine are scheduled like I have a Google alert for things like, if somebody talks about omnichannel, I want to find out who they are and what they're talking about.
I used to do this in London. Anytime someone talked about a category that I managed, or just drugs in general, and they would just rifle off, hey, someone's talking about you, or
yeah. I think the trick here is to be very selective. Like for entrepreneurs, we're kind of like always watching a million things. So I think the trick with this is you don't want to run a search for retail, or you don't want to run a search for like socks, or things like that. Like you literally will lose your mind, right? But I think if there's something specific, or if you're thinking about picking up a product, do you know what I mean? Like, that you've been eyeballing. Yeah.
The keto bars that we have to do for Kent one of these days, because he's going to kill me if I don't actually do this for him. Oh, seriously. I just haven't had time, and I feel bad, man.
Yeah.
Tell the guy you're going to do something. You're like a loser.
Well,
it's a problem, though.
You have a couple of episodes, because I saw him today, and he's a couple of episodes behind. So he won't hear this for another probably 2 weeks or so. So
I got to get together and do this one before I go away.
Yeah.
It's on my list of things to do. See, I could Google alert that one to death. It's not going to matter.
Yeah.
It just gets, and now and now for the last 7 to 10 days, all I'm doing is freaking influencers, right? I'm on Instagram 14, 15 hours a day. It feels like I'm always on Instagram.
I love it. Kenny.
Oh my God. Seriously.
All right. That's the end of this Commerce Life. We'll be back soon with the next episode. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. Subscribe, like us, join us, share us, tell your friends about us. And we hope to see you next time with more commerce news.